Emperor Hadrian really made his mark on the Roman world. Born in 76 AD, he rose through the ranks of the Roman military and political spheres, eventually becoming emperor in 117 AD. His reign marked a significant shift in the empire's focus and strategy. His time as emperor from 117 to 138 AD was a really important time in Roman history. During these 21 years, Hadrian implemented numerous reforms that strengthened the empire's infrastructure and administration. He was known for his extensive travels across the empire, which allowed him to understand and address the needs of various provinces. Hadrian is often grouped with the 5 good emperors, which shows how good he was as a leader. This group of emperors, including Nerva, Trajan, Antoninus Pius, and Marcus Aurelius, were known for their effective governance and the relative peace and prosperity during their reigns. Hadrian's policies and leadership style contributed significantly to this golden age of the Roman Empire. Unlike some emperors before him, Hadrian wasn't so focused on conquering new lands. Instead, he believed in consolidating and securing the existing territories. One of his most famous projects was the construction of Hadrian's Wall in Britain, which marked the northern boundary of the Roman Empire and served as a formidable defense against invasions. He wanted to make the empire's borders strong and make sure things were peaceful inside the empire. Hadrian's Wall is a testament to his commitment to defense and stability. Beyond military fortifications, Hadrian also focused on improving the empire's infrastructure, including roads, aqueducts, and public buildings, which facilitated trade and communication across the vast territories. This video is all about Hadrian's life, from his regular beginnings to becoming one of Rome's most important emperors. We'll explore his early life, his rise to power, his significant achievements, and his enduring legacy. Join us as we delve into the fascinating story of Emperor Hadrian, a ruler whose impact on the Roman Empire is still felt today. Hadrian's story starts far away from Rome, in a Roman town called Italica, in what is now Spain. He was born in 76 AD. His family wasn't super rich or powerful, but they did have connections to important people in Rome. Sadly, Hadrian became an orphan when he was young. Luckily, some family friends, including a future emperor named Trajan, took care of him. This connection to Trajan would become really important for Hadrian. It gave him a chance to meet the most powerful people in Rome. Just like many ambitious Roman men, Hadrian joined the army and started his career. He did really well in several wars all over the empire, showing he was a smart leader. Emperor Trajan saw how loyal and skilled Hadrian was. A lot of people were surprised when Trajan, as he was dying in 117 AD, made Hadrian his heir. This meant Hadrian would become emperor next. This meant Hadrian would take over smoothly, but it was also a huge responsibility. Hadrian ruled differently than the emperors before him. He didn't focus on expanding the empire. He was always on the move, visiting every part of his massive empire. Hadrian made it his goal to see all the provinces himself, see what they needed and help them. This made people respect him a lot. His travels also helped him see the problems the empire faced, especially at its borders. Hadrian's legacy is literally written in stone all over the empire. From the wind-swept hills of northern Britain to the sun-drenched landscapes of Tivoli, his influence is unmistakable. His passion for construction and architecture was not just a personal hobby, but a statement of power and culture. Every stone, every inscription, tells a story of a man who was deeply involved in the shaping of the Roman Empire. He loved building and ordered the construction of many grand structures. These weren't just any buildings, they were marvels of engineering and design, meant to last for centuries. His projects spanned the entire empire, from the majestic temples in Rome to the fortifications on the empire's frontiers. Each construction site was a testament to his vision and ambition. These buildings showed his strategic thinking and his love for art. Hadrian was not just a builder, he was a patron of the arts. He commissioned statues, frescoes, and intricate architectural details that reflected the diverse cultures within the empire. His appreciation for beauty and craftsmanship can be seen in the smallest details of these grand structures. Perhaps the most famous of these is Hadrian's Wall. Stretching across the rugged terrain of northern Britain, this monumental wall was more than just a defensive structure. It was a symbol of Roman strength and ingenuity, designed to protect the empire from northern tribes and to mark the boundary of Roman influence. This huge wall across northern Britain showed everyone how powerful Rome was. It wasn't just a barrier, it was a statement. The wall, with its forts and watchtowers, demonstrated the organizational and engineering prowess of the Romans. Even today, as tourists walk along its remains, they can sense the might and determination that went into its construction. In Rome, Hadrian had the Pantheon rebuilt. This iconic structure, with its massive dome and oculus, stands as a testament to Roman architectural innovation. The Pantheon was not just a temple, it was a marvel of engineering that has inspired architects for centuries. It's a masterpiece of Roman engineering that still stands today. The Pantheon's design, with its perfect proportions and harmonious lines, continues to captivate visitors. The oculus, an open skylight at the dome's apex, allows natural light to flood the interior, creating a dynamic and ever-changing atmosphere. His own vacation home, the massive villa at Tivoli, shows how much he loved architecture and different cultures. This sprawling estate was more than just a retreat, it was a microcosm of the empire. The villa featured elements from Greek, Egyptian and Roman architecture, reflecting Hadrian's appreciation for the diverse cultures he ruled over. Walking through its ruins today, one can imagine the grandeur and luxury that once defined this imperial residence. Hadrian didn't just focus on buildings, he also made big changes to Roman culture and law. He loved Greek culture and wanted people all over the empire to learn about it. He also saw how important it was to have clear laws for everyone. He made changes to Roman law, making it more fair and easier to understand. He also improved the government so that it would be less corrupt. He wanted to make sure the empire would continue to be strong and successful. Hadrian's personal life was a mix of love and sadness. He was married to Vibia Sabina, but people said they weren't very happy, even though the marriage was good for politics. Everyone knew that the emperor was very close to a young man named Antinous. When Antinous died unexpectedly, Hadrian was heartbroken. He declared Antinous a god and had many statues and temples built to honor him. This shows how deeply Hadrian felt, but it also shows how complicated the lives of even the most powerful people can be. As Hadrian got older, he became less healthy and didn't have as much energy. There were a few rebellions against him. He stopped them, but it reminded him that ruling a huge empire was difficult. Hadrian knew he wouldn't live forever, so he carefully chose his successor. He chose Antoninus Pius, who would continue his work. Hadrian died in 138 AD at his villa in Baiae. He left behind a legacy of peace, prosperity, and amazing buildings. Hadrian's time as emperor was super important in Roman history. He ruled from 117 to 138 AD, a period marked by relative peace and stability. Unlike many of his predecessors, Hadrian focused on consolidating and strengthening the empire rather than expanding its borders. This shift in strategy was crucial for the longevity of the Roman Empire. He knew that real power wasn't just about conquering. Hadrian understood that an empire's strength lay in its infrastructure, governance, and the well-being of its people. He invested heavily in the military, not just for conquest, but for defense and maintaining order within the empire. He wanted to make the empire strong from the inside. Hadrian embarked on numerous building projects, including the construction of the Pantheon, which remains one of the best-preserved ancient Roman buildings. His architectural endeavors were not just about aesthetics, they were about creating functional spaces that would serve the public and the state. He wanted the different parts of the empire to be united. Hadrian traveled extensively throughout the empire, from Britain to Egypt, to ensure that all regions felt connected to Rome. He introduced reforms that standardized laws and practices across the empire, fostering a sense of unity and shared identity among its diverse populations. From the wild lands of Britain to the heart of Rome, we can still see Hadrian's influence. Hadrian's Wall in Britain is a testament to his defensive strategies, marking the northern boundary of the Roman Empire and protecting it from invasions. Meanwhile, the Pantheon in Rome stands as a symbol of his architectural genius and his commitment to public works. His buildings are still amazing to look at. The Pantheon's dome with its oculus remains an engineering marvel, inspiring architects for centuries. Hadrian's villa in Tivoli, with its sprawling complex of palaces, gardens and pools, showcases his love for art and culture. His work on Roman law shows how smart and forward-thinking he was. Hadrian reformed the legal system, making it more consistent and fair. His codification of laws helped to create a more just society, laying the groundwork for legal systems in use today. Hadrian's story reminds us that true greatness is not just about winning wars, but also about taking care of what you have and making it better. His legacy is a testament to the power of thoughtful leadership, showing that an empire's strength comes from within through unity, infrastructure, and the well-being of its people.